Hey everybody, my name's Caleb Carr. It is September 16th, the day of the assignment being due that I'm doing my assignment because that's how I roll. So what I was doing was I was exploring the internet, looking for some creativity, and I realized that Tool just got out on Spotify. And that's like a big groundbreaking thing for people that are Tool fans, and I've actually honestly never really listened to Tool before they popped that up on the news, and so I was like, okay, that must be a big deal. So let's make a Tool album cover. So I was kind of perusing just to see what the band was about, and I realized that they're into like this very surrealist, very strange music. Um, Kind of these otherworldly themes. It seems like they have a very black and white color scheme. There's not a whole lot going on. And this the whole purpose I think is just to be intriguing or strange. Salvador Dali had a similar philosophy and approach to art that he never wanted to paint anything that existed in reality. He felt like that was too boring. So even in his famous picture of like the melting clocks, I'll look up a picture of that just in case anyone's unfamiliar with Dali and see, I'm not even spelling his name right. What a fan I am. Dali had this idea of these melting clocks. Here's a very famous, very expensive painting of his. And the idea was he just didn't want to paint anything that exists in reality. You have kind of these cliffs here are, but everything else is just very inspired, and that seems to be the overarching theme of this band. I know it's a bit of a meme itself, the whole band being as strange as it is. I think it's kind of it falls in that stoner metal category, psychedelic metal. And they also have one of their logos is this third eye, and that just is a metaphysical idea of something that sees beyond and it has these very pastel colors. So now I have a little bit of information about what the band is like. Again, surreal, dark, maybe some pastels, lots of imagery, lots of symbolic imagery, and a Dali-like effect. So let's go ahead and make an album cover for Tool as though they were coming out with some new music, which I guess they did finally. I think it's been 4 or 5 years, I guess, since their most recent one. So we're going to create a new project. Let's do it for the web. So it'll fit, it'll be my new background. Yes, let's make it my screensaver. Screensaver. Let's go. Create that real quick. We're going to open the logo that I downloaded from the web. Of course, I'll provide that at the bottom. And all I really want is a logo. I mean, I think this was one of their albums at one point, and that's pretty generic. Maybe that was right when they got started. So we'll use our magic wand tool and just grab that logo bit. And we're going to send that to a new layer. So make a layer via cut. So now you see if I get rid of the background, which has got the negative version of that, I have the nice tool logo, and it's even got my little black border around it because it had a bit of a shadow to it in the initial image. I think it's a light gray. So now I've got plenty to work with. So we'll go ahead and just play with the background here for a minute because I don't really care how this looks in particular. But I think that since they have that third eye image with those very pastel colors, we're going to add a gradient there that kind of emulates that color scheme. So maybe we would want to be able to keep that in the initial image. So let's go ahead and we'll grab our gradient tool. Let's see. This layer. New fill layer gradients. Okay. And we're going to just go look at some of our presets real quick. We could do something really cool. It's in this kind of psychotropic color. I'm just not really married to anything. These are all pretty cool. But I think it could be better. Just want to blend these a little bit more. I want to really get the... See, I would really like to get the... Yeah, the very pastel look out of it. So we're going to add a little more of this like purple pastel that we saw in there. I think I definitely want to kind of have it gradient down to red. Yeah, we want to get that kind of like reddish, pinkish pastel look out of here. There we go. Now it's coming along. And there was a bit of like a green in there too. Oh yeah. Now that's perfect. All right, so see it's really coming together. Now we got these really great pastels in here. And then if I go to my layer 1, you'll see immediately this pops up. And I like that down here at the bottom I actually don't have a fill yet because we're going to add something really special in there in a second. So I was thinking about the Tool fans. I'm not really a Tool fan. I don't hardly listen to it myself. Again, this was just a news headline that sparked some attention. But I was thinking to myself, wouldn't it be cool if we incorporated something for the fans? So we're going to go to open up a new image. We're going to grab, everybody knows that Kyles are always big fans of Tool. Anybody named Kyle likes Monster Energy and Tool. So we're going to take this, hello, my name is Kyle. We're going to spruce it up a little bit with that black color scheme we were talking about. Take all that, see if we can get a little fill here. Brush, let's see. I was just doing this. Why isn't it not going to let me do it? I just want my paint bucket. Highlight this whole thing. Oh, come on now. It was good just a moment ago. All right, we're going to have to do it by hand. We're going to have to use this quick selection tool here. Almost got it. Oops. Get rid of some of this here on the outside. I don't really want that. I think in our tutorial video, he was saying something like we could use Control Plus to zoom in, get a little more depth out of this thing. Let's see if that was accurate. Oh yeah, that's where it's at. Perfect. Because I don't really want the white border in there. I really just want colors. And then we'll, like I said, we have that black and white theme throughout. So we'll go ahead and we'll just tweak it afterwards and add a little bit more darkness to it. So I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to adjust this to be just black and white. Boom. Hey, Kyle, black and white, beautiful. We're going to tint it with a little more of that purple. No. Purple. There we go. Ah, that's what I'm looking for. All right, perfect. Go back to my quick select. Just grab Kyle here real quick. Cut that out. Go over here. Get a new layer. Make a new one. Just be working on this layer here. Paste it in here. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. What am I doing? It's not at all what I was trying to do. Sorry, Houston, we have a problem here. Trust me, I'm a professional. Good Lord. We got polygon lasso. That's what I want right there. So I can get nice sharp lines. All right, polygon lasso. That was the ticket right there. Viewers at home, if you're watching this. Edit, copy, erase that real quick with the eraser tool. There it is. Get rid of that. Don't really want it. Wasn't part of my overarching theme. We're just going to paste it right in there. Golly, you did it again. All right. I'm going to pause this for just a moment. All right, I had to go back and refer to the textbook after fumbling around and wasting all of your time. So I found out I needed to just go down to layer and say merge visible so I can sort of overlay all of these changes onto one solid layer. So now when I select this with my lasso tool, my magnetic lasso, I can just go ahead and now I can copy this over to my new project. We'll go ahead and paste this here. I can now use a quick select. No, no, no. There it is. Do a little quick select. Put some Kyle logos down here. Perfect. Getting my logos in there. Just get a little representation in there for Kyle. Bam. Kyle. You can imagine seeing this on an album in like your local music store. I think it'd be kind of fun. All right, so these are all in here now. We'll see how it looks with our regular border. First layer, okay. So I also want to take all of my Kyle layers and we'll go back to merge these down to a regular layer. So we'll flatten the image. Oops, do not want to do that. I just want to merge these layers. I want to just take all these layers right here. Okay, I think we're ready anyway. So we're going to just go ahead and take this. Get rid of this layer that I was experimenting with. It's the one that's got the little weird artifacts on the screen. And we're going to go ahead and we'll merge these into my current layer that I'm my new working space. So I also wanted to add in some other things because you saw how in the music video we had some dark color schemes. We've obviously got enough colors for this one here, but we've got like a nice big border around the image. So I also want to add in a border. So we'll do a new layer and it'll be a new background layer, new fill layer, solid color. It'll just be black. I think we want to add oh dear, I'm gonna pause one more time. Oops, I almost had it. I knew I was doing this almost right. We go to image. I'd like to adjust my canvas size. And we'll just increase it a little bit more than the regular ratio that we're using now. So we're at 14. We go 18 by 12. Add a little bit more. You can see it over layer 2. I want to make this my background layer. No, I don't even want to do that. Because my background layer is already here. I think if I'm just working in this layer here, I would go and make it a new fill layer for a solid color. and that would become black. Or maybe I just remove it entirely to lock this in as my background layer. All right, after going back to the previous lesson to understand what I was doing wrong, I forgot that Adobe makes this very easy for us. All we actually have to do is just drag which layer we would like to be seeing in the background over the other one, and then it will actually add it in as background layer. So fantastic news for me. All I had to do was just reorder the two down here at the bottom. Fantastic. All right, so what we're also going to do is I want to just use the brush tool and go ahead and add in some planetary things in the background. I just wanted to add a little bit of flair. So since I am known for being quite the artist, I'm going to just go ahead and I want to just go ahead and just blend some colors into the background here. Up the opacity. Layers hidden. Oh dear. All right, again, all me. I just didn't realize that I have to go down here. I need to just select my actual tool, and there's a brush right by it that will actually allow me to, oh dear, come on. This is working for me here. There it is. It'll just let me go ahead and actually brush on top of what I'm trying to do. So we will go ahead and put some, ooh. I was thinking planets, but that is pretty cool. I think we're just going to get some details. More details. Get some swirls in there, really. It's all coming together. See, it'll go right behind my logo because it's another layer. Bam. See, I kind of like that look. Actually, I like that a lot more than the little blob that I was drawing in the corner. So we're actually going to get rid of that and just kind of go back to the freehand that I was doing before. Perfect. Looks kind of splashy. Now we combine all of our layers like that. Bam. That's money right there. So we'll go ahead and merge these onto a regular layer so I can use it as my desktop background. So now it's all flattened down to one solid image. Go ahead and export it, and we're good to go. So some of the tools that we've covered here today are the Quick Select Wizard, which, as you saw earlier, was available right here on the Quick Selection. We used the magic wand to go ahead and select some items behind it. We had the brush tool. We worked in several different layers. We used a color gradient tool to select the area behind the tool logo that we wanted to modify. We also did the brush tool with the different hardness, importing and exporting files, as well as doing some basic modification of an image using the properties and adjustment to an image tool available here in Photoshop. So that's a little more than 8, but thank you for bearing through me fumbling through some of these different layers, and I hope you enjoyed this project. Obviously, I will include that and the original images along with it, and if you want to make this your desktop background, absolutely, it'll be fun. We'll be matchies. So thank you, everyone, and until later.